Good morning. In the last session, we discussed loops and types of loops. In C language, three types of loops are there. One is the while loop, do while, and for loop. The loop is a block of statement. It executes repeatedly until the specified condition is met. To avoid repetition of the code, to understand the program very easily, to reduce the length of the program size, we use the loops. Today we will practice some of the programs on while loop. Before practicing the programs, we will recap the while loop. The syntax of the while loop: while the condition followed by curly braces, we will write some instructions, that is the set of instructions within the curly braces are called body of the loop. We close the curly braces, it ends the while loop. This is the syntax. If the condition is true, it executes the body of the loop. This loop must contain at least one altering statement to exit from loop. Otherwise, it becomes an infinite loop. It executes the body of the loop if the condition is true. The loop must contain at least one altering statement to exit from loop. Otherwise, it becomes an infinite loop. Whenever the condition is true, it enters into the loop. In the condition, we will write some expression by using some variables or some constants. At least one instruction alter the expression. At least one instruction must change the variable value that is used in condition. Otherwise, the condition will always true. The condition is always true, then the loop become infinite loop. It executes the first time, it executes the body of the loop, the control passes to the beginning of the while loop and it checks the condition is true. It executes the body of the loop second time. Again the control passes to the while loop. It checks the condition. The condition is true. It executes the body of the loop. This process repeatedly done. If you are not altering that expression, the variable that is used in the condition, the condition always false, so true. That's why it executes the body of the loop, the while loop, infinite time. The system may hang. To avoid such situations, to exit from the loop, you must use at least one altering statement. That is the meaning. If the condition is false, then the statement following the loop is executed. That are statement X of the program. This is the syntax. We'll go through the flowchart once again. First, it checks the condition. It evaluates the condition expression. If that condition, that expression is true, it enters into the body of the loop. It executes the set of instructions under the body of the loop. After executing the body of the loop, the control passes to the again beginning of the loop, the arrow indicating to upward. Again, it checks the condition. It evaluates the expression, condition expression, and the result value is true. It executes again body of the loop. It checks the condition. If the condition is true, once again it executes the body of the loop. After executing the body of the loop, the control transfers to the beginning of the loop. Once again it checks the condition. If it is false, it exits from the while loop and it executes the following statements of the while loop. This process is repeated until the condition is false in the while loop. In the last session, we discussed about the while loop. Now we are going to practice some of the programs on while loop. Use of logical operators in while loop. Just like relational operators, the relational operators less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal, not equal, equal, these are called relational operators. We can also use logical operators in while loop. The logical operators and, or, not. While num1 less than or equals 10 and logical and num2 less than or equal 10. Using and operator, we are checking the both expressions. Using AND operator, we are checking two expressions. If the two conditions are true, then only it enters into the loop. It executes the body of the loop. Here we are using the logical AND operator, and both conditions true. While num1 less than or equals to 10 or num2 less than or equal to 10. Here we are using OR operator. This loop will run until both conditions are written false. logical OR operator, any one of the statement is true, its value is true. If condition 1 is true, condition 2 is false, it executes. In case both conditions are true, it executes. In case condition 1 is false, condition 2 is true, it executes the loop. In only one case, the both conditions are false, then only it becomes false. Such type of situations we use OR operator. Example, bus conductor will ask, do you have pass or buy a ticket? Any one of you have, he will accept. Otherwise, he will force to take buy ticket. The third example, while num1 not equal num2, logical and num1 less than or equal to num2. In this expression, we are using two logical operators at a time. One is the logical and second one is the not operator. We use logical operators in while loops in this way. Now we will see a program how to use the logical operator. This is a simple program. Hash include stdio.h main int I equal to 1 comma z is equal to 1 semicolon. In the while loop, we are checking the condition I less than or equal to 4 or j less than or equal to 3. By using the logical OR operator, we wrote one condition checking I value less than or equal to 4 or j value less than or equal to 3. Printf printing the I value and j value, incrementing the I value by 1, incrementing the j value by 1. This is the program to print I value and j value. The output is like this. I value is printed 1 to 4. J value is also printed 1 to 4. If you observe the program, in the condition I value less than or equal to 4, okay, the condition is good, that it prints 1 to 4. Here j value j less than or equal to 3, even though the j values checking up to 3 only, even though the j value printed in the output 4, because in the while loop the condition we wrote with the help of logical OR operator. As we discussed, logical OR operator returns true until the both operands, both arguments are false. In the first condition, I value I less than or equal to 4, that is true. In the last iteration, the fourth iteration, the I value less than or equal to 4, it is true. but j value j less than or equal to 3, it is false. Here first condition is true, for j value 3, this second condition is false. Fourth iteration, this is happen. Any one of the condition is true, the logical OR is also returns true. That's why it is entered into the while loop at the fourth iteration, and it prints the j value and I value 4. After completing the fourth iteration, it entered into the fifth iteration. It checks I value is false and j value is already false. In the fifth iteration, the I value is false and j value is also false. Both are false. That's why it is exit from the loop. Now we will execute this program on the in compiler and we will check the output. Open the compiler. Click on file menu, new, type the program hash include stdio.h. int I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1. Or operator, use this I, small I, because the C language is case sensitive. You may get the error if you use capital letter. You may get error as undefined symbol. 3 printf %d %d \n I plus plus j plus plus, incrementing the I value and j value, end of the while loop, end of this program. Click on the save. While program 1.c, run the program, no errors. Compile the program. See the output. Yes, this is the output. As we discussed, I value is 4. That condition is true at the fourth iteration, and j value is also 4, but in the while loop condition we wrote j less than or equal to 3. We are using the logical OR operator The first condition is true, the second condition is false even though it is executed. At the time of fifth iteration, the I value, the first condition is false, I value is 5 and j value is also 5. The second condition false, that's why it is exit from the while loop. It is printed the numbers I value 1 to 3 and j value 1 to 4. It prints I value 1 to 4 and j value 1 to 4. Now we will see a program to print alphabets by using while loop. This is the program hash include stdio.h main. We are declaring a one character variable ch and assigning the character a. Prints alphabets from a to z by using the printf. By using the while loop, we are checking the condition. The character less than or equal to z. That character is the within the single quotes. Printf percentage c ch plus plus. In the character variable, it doesn't store the as a character. It stores the ASCII values, ASCII code in the character. Here we are using the ch plus plus. The ASCII value of the character A is 97. We are using the instruction ch plus plus. We are incrementing the character variable. Then 97 will become 98. The ASCII value of the B is 98. Now A will become B because the ASCII value of A is incremented by 1. The next character is B. Next iteration, it prints B. This process is continuous until the last character Z. We wrote the in while loop the condition ch character variable ch less than or equal to Z. Up it prints up to A to Z. The output will the output is like this. It prints the alphabets A to Z. If you want to print the uppercase letters, you can declare the character variable as assign capital A, and in the while loop you can change that small z to capital Z. Now we will execute this program. Before executing this program, you will see we can also write the same program by using ASCII value also. That program we will see here. Program to print alphabets using ASCII values. Instead of assigning the character, we are assigning the value to a integer variable. In the previous case, we used character variable, but now we are using the integer variable. For that integer variable, we are assigning the ASCII value 97. For small alphabet A, ASCII value is 97. The same printf alphabets from A to Z are to print the control string. In the while loop, instead of Z in the expression, we used 122. The ASCII value of the small z is 122. We are using that thing. In the printf, we are printing, we are using conversion character format specifier %c. Instead, for to print integer number, we use %d, but we are using %c to print the character of the particular ASCII value. So this is the important thing. Actually, we are using the integer variable ch while you are printing the data. We used %c to print the character, not the value. This is the important thing. After printing that character, we are incrementing the value. After incrementing that value, the control process to the loop, it executes the statements. Now we will execute these both programs and we'll check the output. We declared one character variable ch and assigned a character a. After that, we are using the printf to print the control string alphabets from A to Z. While loop, in the while loop, the condition we are writing character variable less than or equals to Z, that is quoted in single quotes. Because we are comparing the characters, that's why we are using the single quotes. Printf percentage C, the conversion character. To print the character variable, we use the percentage C, and to see the output, \n ch. This is the printer. End of the while loop. Before ending the while loop, you must increment the character variable. End of the while loop. End of the program. Now save the program. Name it as alpha dot c. Okay. Now run the program. Compile the program. The compilation is successful. There are no errors. Now run the program. Yes, the program is successfully executed. To see the output, go to the user screen. Yes, the alphabets are printed up to A to Z. This is the program to print the alphabets by using the character variable as input. The same program we can do by changing this character variable as a integer variable. Just we will change character variable int, and here instead of assigning the character, assigning the value. ASCII value of character A is 97. Here checking ASCII value as Z is 122. These two changes we made. Instead of using the character variable, checking the characters, we are using the ASCII value. We assigned ASCII value of A to the integer variable, and we are incrementing that ASCII value by 1. Now we will save this program. We will compile this program. There are no errors. Compilation is success. We will run the program. Alt R, yes, program run. Alt W, we will see the output. The output is same. We can do the same program in two ways, by using the ASCII value and by using the character. We can print the alphabets from A to Z by using the character variable or by using the ASCII value in while loop. We will see one more program. To find reverse of a given number. The reverse of a given number means if you entered a number as shown in the example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the program will read that number and reverse the number as and prints as 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. This is the reverse of a given number. We will see the program. Here the program, we will write the header file and main function. We are declaring the integer variables num comma reverse is equal to 0. Printf, enter any number to find a reverse. We will enter a number by using the scanf function. It reads the number and stores that number in num variable. By using the while loop, while num not equal to 0, we enter some number. That number is stored in the num variable. We are checking num not equal to 0. It is true. It enters into the while loop. In the while loop, we have two instructions. That is reverse is equal to reverse multiplied with 10 plus num percentile modulo by 10. After executing this instruction, the num value is assigned as num division by 10. The num variable is stored coefficient of num division by 10. This loop is executed until the num not equal to 0. Whenever the num value becomes 0, it comes out of the loop. In the first instruction in the while loop body of the loop, the reverse is equal to reverse is multiplied by 10. First time the reverse is 0, it is multiplied with 10. That 0 in is 0, 10s are 0 plus num modulo of 10. This process repeats until the num value becomes not equal to num value becomes 0. Whenever the num value becomes 0, it comes out of the loop. Then it prints the reverse value. We will get the reverse of a number. We will see that this is the expected output. If you entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we will see how it will reverse the number by executing this program in compiler. We will open the compiler. Take new file. Yes, include stdio.h header file, main, beginning of the C program, declaring the integer variable int num comma reverse is equal to 0. Printf enter a number, enter any number to find reverse. Scanf. By using this function, scanf function, we'll read the number and stores it in num variable, address of num. Here while loop is started while num not equals to 0. Reverse is equal to reverse multiplied with 10, this is the parenthesis, plus number num modulo of 10. Num is equal to num by num division by 10. This is the expression. End of the while loop. Printf \n reverse is equal to %d comma reverse. Semicolon. This is the program. Now we will save this program. Save reverse dot c. Program saved. Now run the program, compile the program. There are no errors. Okay. Now run the program. Yes, enter any number to find reverse. It is asking. Now I will enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same example number. Yes, we will see whether the Alt W will go to the user screen. Alt F5. Sorry, reverse number is wrong. We did some mistake. We'll check what is the wrong with the program. We will open the compiler, open the program reverse. Because of the byte size, we are getting the error. The integer variable, it stores a number without decimal point. It requires 2 bytes. It can store up to the number 32,767. We will check with lesser number. Run the program. One, two, three. We will see the output on the user screen. 3, 2, 1. It is correct. This is the word problem, word length of the system or processor. We will give one more number, alt 439, and we will check 934. Yes, the program is correct. Program is working perfectly. Because of the word size, we are getting the error whenever we are entering the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will give one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will see the output 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, it is giving. It is working correctly. The program is, the code is correct. Because of the word size problem, we are getting the error when we enter the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will give one more time. Windows R. Yes, it is working. The reverse of a number 54233245. We will see one example how it is working. We will take 123 as sample and we will see that how it is working. Alt F. We will close this compiler. We will analyze how it is working, the code. We will see in the PPT. Here the reverse. If you entered 123 as a number, then it, first of all, it checks that condition 123 not equal to 0. It enters into the loop. After entering into the loop, the first instruction reverse is equal to, reverse is multiplied with 10. In the beginning of the program, the reverse is assigned as 0. 0 is multiplied with 10. 0. The num modulo of 10. 123 modulo 10. We will get the remainder 3. Now the reverse value is 3. Num is equal to num by 10. We will get the quotient 123 is divisible with division with 10. We will get the quotient 12. The 12 is assigned to the num. End of the loop, it goes to the beginning of the loop. The control passes to the beginning of the loop. 12 not equal to 0. Yes, the condition is true. It entered into the loop. Now the first instruction is reverse is multiplied with 10. The reverse value is 3. This is multiplied with 10. Now this is 30. The num value is 12. 12 modulo 10. We'll get the remainder 2. 30 plus 2, 32. The num division with 10. The quotient 12 division with 10. We'll get the quotient 1. The num value is now 1. The control passes to the beginning of the while loop. It checks num not equal to 0, 1 not equal to 0. Yes, it is true. It entered into the loop third time. The reverse is equal to 32. 32 is multiplied with 10. 320 plus 1 modulo by 10. The remainder is 1 only. Now 320 plus 1, 321. The reverse variable 321 is stored. Num1 division with 10. The quotient we will get 0. The control passes to the while loop. Now num value is 0. 0 not equal to 0. The condition is false. It comes out of the loop. At the time of fourth iteration, it comes out of the loop. After exiting from the while loop, the instruction is printf reverse is equal to conversion character %d. It prints the reverse value. In the reverse variable, we stored 321. The reverse of the 123 is 321. It is correct. We got the answer. In this way, this is the flow of execution of the reverse of a number. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow we will discuss some other programs on while loop, how the flow of execution is there, how the data is changing from one iteration to other iteration. We will practice factorial of a given number